The cost of living is something that we're all talking about at the moment. But what does it mean? Why is it changing? And why should financial services be paying attention? The cost of living is the amount of money you need to cover basic, everyday essentials like healthcare, housing, and food in a certain time and a certain place. This is primarily tracked through things called consumer price indexes, which have existed in various forms for centuries. In the 18th century, Italian economists used to focus on tracking the price of grain, oil, and wine to understand how the cost of living was changing. Nowadays, it tends to be a bit more complex, with governments tracking hundreds or even thousands of prices in order to understand how the cost of living is changing. You might have seen these types of statistics used for fun articles looking at, is it more expensive to live in London or Tokyo? But really, actually, it's quite a big deal. Governments use this information to set key measures such as central bank interest rates and pension amounts. So it's a really big, important thing for us to be keeping track of. We're talking about the cost of living a lot at the moment because it's going up and going up fast. There are lots of different interconnecting factors which are driving this, from the fallout of the COVID pandemic, Brexit, and most importantly recently, the war in Ukraine. This is all creating fluctuations in demand, putting pressures on supply chains, and generally making it more expensive for key items to be produced or for key infrastructure to be run. This is all feeding through into an increase in the cost of living in lots of places around the world. When the cost of living goes up, our disposable incomes go down, both for customers and for businesses. This obviously has a massive impact on our financial lives, and when our financial lives are impacted, financial services are impacted. On one hand, this is a really big opportunity for financial services. People are really looking for partners to help them navigate complex financial decisions and difficult economic times. There's also opportunities to provide credit and loans to help bridge gaps when people are struggling. But there's also a challenge, I think, where at this difficult time when people are really having to think about every single penny that they might be spending, what are the new products and services that you're going to launch? Things which are just adding superficial value aren't really going to cut it at a time when customers want fundamental help to navigate complex financial challenges in their everyday lives.